Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We are doing quarterly town halls this year, just trying to find some different ways to get information out to everybody. So thanks for listening in. I'll let our principal, Ko, start us off.
Hello, papermakers. Welcome to our first production. I don't know. I guess we could call it a production, our recording of the town hall. So glad that you're listening in. This year has been a great start. Kids seem to be very happy. We've started some student focus groups that we've had in the library. So far, we've had ninth graders and 10th graders. Tomorrow, we're going to have juniors. In November, we're going to bring some seniors in just to get their thoughts. So far, so good. It's been great. So thank you again for listening in, and I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Baranowski.
All right, well, welcome everybody. We want to talk a little bit about fall events and what's been going on and what will be coming up. We've had a great start to the fall year. It's been awesome seeing a lot of families out, different things, whether it's open house or kickoff or choir concert, band concert, things like that throughout the fall. So thank you for all the support you've given us. The big thing coming up in the next couple of weeks is actually our homecoming. And so we get the opportunity to host homecoming. The football game will be Friday night, which happens this year to be Halloween, which will be a fun night for everybody down at Doc Harris. That'll be followed up the very next day with our homecoming dance here at CHS. And so tickets are up for sale now. You buy those at the ASB window here at the school. And if you have somebody from another school coming to homecoming with you, you'll actually get the dance pass as well from Brandy Reed and turn it into her. And so we just want to make sure we provide opportunities for all students to get involved with the dance itself. And so if you have any questions or anything like at all, just let us know and we'll navigate any things that you have. Beyond that, we've got some great stuff coming up in the next month or so. Romeo and Juliet is one of those big productions. We put on a couple each year, and we're really excited for Romeo and Juliet here by our theater department coming up this next month. Beyond that, sports are moving into postseason mode now for the fall, and we're getting ready to start up our winter sports. And so for our fall event, our fall teams that get to continue on to postseason, we wish them a lot of luck. We have a number of teams that will be moving on. And then if you were interested at all in winter sports, now's the time to get your physical, to get your paperwork turned in, and get going on that. And so those sports would be boys and girls wrestling, boys and girls basketball. We have boys swim going on. Unified will be starting up here as well. There's a lot of good stuff happening this winter for those that want to jump into a sport and get involved. If you have questions about any of those offerings or what else is coming up this year, please come down to the athletic office. We'd love to chat about it and make sure that you're dialing into some sort of club or activity here at CHS. Beyond that, it's been a great fall. We look forward to wintertime coming and love seeing everybody out at games and things like that throughout that time. So thank you so much. I'm going to pass it over to Mr. Sanford for a safety update.
Thank you. Speaking of safety, you mentioned Halloween night, which is our homecoming game, Mr. Baranowski. Any clarification on costumes and masks and whatnot for that game?
Yeah, I should have mentioned it. We are kind of leaning into the idea of Halloween. The theme for the dance is actually in that same track. One thing we do ask for is that all costumes that are worn follow our dress code. So just making sure that they're appropriate for school, as well as no face coverings. And so we need to be able to tell who people are. And so if you're wearing a medical mask, absolutely that's fine. But anything that covers your face because of the costume, we'd ask you not to wear both to school that Friday as well as to the game that Friday night, just to make sure that we can identify everybody we need to identify and keep events safe.
Thank you. Okay, I think our biggest safety update is starting next Monday, October 27th. Camas High School will be now aligned with every other school in the district with our entry protocol. So when students after 8:45 show up to school, community members, family, there'll be the camera with the buzzer to the right of our main entrance, and they will buzz in, identify themselves, ask, mention why they're here. If they're picking up a student, we're working on that protocol. That will still be the same as far as just reaching out to attendants ahead of time, so we can have the student get a pass outside their class time, get a pass so they have that release slip to give their teacher. But we're working on where parents go. So we'll communicate that out later this week. But everybody will be buzzing in, and that'll be a shift. And we have a lot of students and family members coming in and out of the building, so we appreciate your patience. We know with things like this, shifts like this are big, and there'll be some bumps along the way. So we'll adjust as we need to, but again, appreciate your patience in the name of safety for everybody. Um, Mrs. Martinson wanted to talk a little bit about student support time.
So we have our student support time now between second and third periods. We're doing that Tuesday through Friday unless it's an early release. Especially now that grades just came out for the first quarter and you might be looking for ways to improve. This would be a good time to start getting into those teachers' classes. It's kids' responsibility to forecast into a class during SST time and stay in that class, and we're going to really start taking attendance very accurately now that everybody's got the system down. And so we'll be following up with that for any students that maybe aren't using that time as it is designed. And back to Mr. Sanford.
Thank you. Yeah, so speaking of attendance, we're continuing to try to strengthen our attendance system of support. And a couple of ways we're doing that is making sure our records from a teacher standpoint are accurate. If a student is marked absent for a class and a student or family believes that they were there, the best place to check in with is the teacher. So reach out to the teacher, let them know, hey, it sounds like I might have been marked absent when I was actually in class, so that record can get updated. And then I think just in general, I think it's just important to mention that we know our attendance rates are strong. They're 80+%. Kids are coming every day, they're on time, and we're always trying to improve. And so that's why we're talking more about what are some ways we can intervene and support students earlier on, instead of waiting, weeks or months when they've been gone quite a bit. So we're working on some things to that end. When our bells go off at 8:45, it's just really important that students are in class, not just getting out of the car or walking in the building, but we're just really hoping students are getting into class. And so students always need to check in. If they come in and that 8:45 bell has rung, check into the attendance office, get an admit slip, and head to class. As of next week, they'll have to buzz in as well. So again, it just helps to get everybody here by 8:40 or earlier. And we are sending a couple things. We're sending emails when we hit a certain number of absences, just in total for the year, as an FYI. And maybe these are prearranged absences, there's a vacation. We just know that when students aren't here, it makes it harder. It's harder for students, harder for teachers to get them caught up. And so we're just trying to make sure everybody is aware that students, teachers, case manager, if they have a case manager, counselor, medical staff, nursing. If you get those emails, we're just trying to figure out a support plan potentially and make sure everybody is aware. And then we are assigning some consequences when students get to a certain number of tardies. Again, we're just really want to make sure students know that we care, that we're paying attention, and that they're getting class on time. And the same goes for any students that miss single period absences. We are following up and we're sending notes to them. And if they were here, in fact, during a class, they get that note, then they need to get teacher signed, bring it to the office. If we don't get that note back, then we have to, we automatically assign lunch detention, just to make sure that kind of thing doesn't happen again. We're trying to change the behavior and get kids in class on time every day. That's all I have. Again, we appreciate you all being here. Any other closing thoughts for everybody watching?
I just want to thank the team. Thank you so much. And I was going to echo the suggested topics. If there's something that you really think would be a great addition to these recorded town halls information that you would like to see, just send them to Mr. Sanford, and we'll make sure we get we put that together on an agenda. I know upcoming topics will be Miss Levy will be here sometime around January or February, probably February, to talk about forecasting and how that works. And so that's a pretty cool recording town hall. Just it's full of information. But if there are things that you would think would benefit this, send them our way. But I like to thank the team. So great information. Thank you so much. Anybody else? We're good?